Today we're going to be going over all the major changes in the new GTA Online Criminal Enterprises DLC updates. Rockstar added a bunch of quality of life changes, improvements, and more. Before we get into the video, if you guys aren't already, make sure to be subscribed and have on post notifications. We'll be having tons of content regarding this new DLC, and also don't forget to drop a like on this video. So first off, you can now do business content and sell missions in private sessions. So that would be like invite-only sessions, friend sessions, and crew sessions. And this of course will prevent griefing in GTA Online. However though, with another change in this update, if you were to sell in public sessions, you will now get a higher demand bonus, which previously was a 1% bonus per player, but now is a 2% bonus per player. So now you can probably get a $1 million bonus for selling in a 30-player lobby. Of course though, the choice is up to you. Players now can also get snacks and armor faster by going to the weapon wheel. It is up on the D-pad for snacks and R3 for armor. If you're on PS4, Xbox One, or PC, you can now go to different session types without having to go back to story mode. This of course has been on the new gen consoles for a few months now, but it's about time since Rockstar added this. They should have made this change a long time ago. Either way, it's going to be very useful. There's also now more filters on Legendary Motorsports and Silent Sanctuary Super Autos. Rockstar needed to add these for a long time as well, but either way it's going to be a lot more easier. I think though that Rockstar should have added a discount filter, since we do get new discounted vehicles every week, but they decided to not go with that, at least for now. In the interaction menu, you can now purchase all ammo for your weapons instead of having to go to one weapon each time. For the MK2 nerf, the missiles are now less accurate and the flares and shafts have been reduced and the cooldown has been increased. I'll have a video out soon talking more about the MK2 nerf, so look forward to that. The Sparrow can now also have shaft and flare countermeasures. The Sparrow is probably one of the best helicopters in the game, so I'm glad Rockstar finally added this. Now for another great change, if you're inside the casino, music locker, or any of the nightclubs, you can now jog in them. Obviously this is very useful because before we had to walk and it took a long time to get from point A to point B, but finally Rockstar added this change. If you were to request your vehicle for the mechanic, it's now going to be delivered a lot more faster. I think before it was around 10 seconds, but now it should be delivered within around 3 seconds. You will also not have to pay for destroying another player's weaponized personal vehicle. This is a great change that Rockstar added. Obviously, if you're trying to defend yourself and you end up destroying somebody's vehicle, you should not have to pay for that at all. Another change that Rockstar made for stacks is that if you were to quick restart a mission, you will get all your stacks back, which is going to be very helpful. You can also now hang up several calls from Miss Baker, English Dave, and Hal. English Dave probably was the most annoying one out of all three of these. He's a cool dude, but he does call way too often. The fees for changing your fonts and name for a CEO or MC has also been reduced to 50,000 each. If you're on PC, if you want to, you can disable the endgame chats, which will prevent modders and others to promote their discords and mod menus. So this is obviously a great change. Now there's also been some hidden changes in this update that you guys may not have known about. So first, for the tuner vehicles, Rockstar has changed it a little bit, and now these vehicles are way more better for drifting. I think at first they were really good, but then Rockstar decides to change it in the contract update, but now they kind of reverted it back, so that's great. Now while on the topic of cars, there's actually a new HSW vehicle, and that is the Sterling GT. For some reason, Rockstar didn't talk about it much on the newswire, but they did mention it in the patch notes. And because of this upgrade, the Sterling GT is now one of the fastest vehicles for sure. It goes at some insane speed, so I'd really recommend checking it out. And remember, this is only available on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Now, for some OG vehicles, Rockstar has included some new liveries as well as modifications. And those OG vehicles are the Zentorno, the Turismo R, the Cessno, the Sterling GT like we talked about, the Picador, and the Sportster. So I'm glad that Rockstar is showing some love to those OG vehicles, so if you're interested, definitely purchase them if you don't have them already, or check them out. And of course, I gotta mention, there is new clothing and hairstyles as well as new accessories too. So this comes with about every single GTA Online update, and with this one there's over 200 new clothing items, a bunch of new accessories, and 2 new hairstyles for male characters, and also 2 new hairstyles for female characters as well. And the clothing that Rockstar added in this update is pretty cool, so I do recommend checking it out. Now for the new weapons, Rockstar has added one in-game so far, and that is the Precision Rifle. You can now purchase that from the emulation for about $400,000, but you can get a discount if you purchase it at your armory. The weapon so far, from what I've seen, is not too bad, but I'll have a video testing it out more and explaining more about the weapon. There's also the M16 that Rockstar teased, but sadly has not added to the game yet. It seems like it's going to be Driftfight content and also a collectible, and I'll explain more about this and more in future videos. Now, for some of the payout changes, Rockstar did announce these were coming in the previous newswires. So for races and adversary modes, you'll be getting 50% more money. And for heist, for the Fleecer job, the Humane Labs raid, the Prison Break finale, and the Series A funding finale, you'll get 75% more money. And you'll get 50% more money on the Pacific Standard job finale and the Doomsday Heist Act 1, 2, and 3. And for Puerto Rico, there is still going to be that cooldown that Rockstar announced, and it's that you'll have to wait 1 in-game day or 48 minutes in real life to replay the heist when playing as a group, and 3 in-game days or 2 hours and 30 minutes in real life if you're playing it solo. And for the targets, if you get a higher value primary targets, it will appear less often for the next 72 hours, but the value of these secondary targets will increase. For organizations and MC members, you will not get paid more for your salary, and also you'll get a nice bonus for helping on sell missions. And there's also a first time payout boost. So for executives, you'll get a 3 times payout for the new export mixed goods sell mission. For bikers, the businesses will produce stock at 3 times the regular speed. For gun runners, the research speed will be tripled, as well as also the production speed. For nightclub owners, the business battle goods will also contain triple the usual amounts, and the fresh sell mission for all businesses listed above will reward double the usual payouts, and this will of course happen the first time that you sell after July 26. And also for a limited time, MC Club work challenges and clubhouse contracts, as well as member challenges and VIP work will all give out double payouts. Now for some more new stuff about each business, for the nightclub, there's been 2 new nightclub management missions that have been added, as well as 2 new nightclub managements that can occasionally trigger inside your nightclub. You can now call Johan to acquire some nightclub goods, and you can also check on your stock level and value. And you can now also call Tony to launch nightclub management missions, request a nightclub limo, and also to check your club popularity. Now for the bunker, there's been 2 new resupply missions that have been added. You can also now deliver weapon parts to emulations to get an additional bonus, and those missions will spawn inside your bunker, and you're going to see a dune loader, and that is where you get started with those missions. There's also a new bunker research mission that can acquire research for the bunker, and you can call Agent 14 for bunker research, request transportation, and also to check on your research level. For bikers, there's been 2 new clubhouse contracts. One of them is called Hit the Roof, and the other one is Life and Death Bikes. There's also a new bar resupply that you could do, which will give you passive income. And if you own the custom shop in the MC Clubhouse, similar to the auto shop, you can now modify and deliver customers' bikes to earn income. And lastly, for the executive office, there's been 2 new source cargo missions that have been added. There's also a new export mixed good mission that you could launch from your assistants. And also there's new staff at the cargo warehouses, and their new manager is Lupe, and you can source special cargo for each warehouse for $7,500. So that is pretty much all the quality of life changes and improvements that Rockstar included in the new G-Town line of Criminal Enterprises DLC updates. And if you want to check out the patch notes for yourself, a link will be in the description. So that is all for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. We'll be having tons of content regarding this new DLC, so make sure you be subscribed and have post notifications. Drop a like on this video as well, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.